Hey everyone, good morning. This is Cham Bell at the Digital Thread Hub in Michigan. We're here with a number of our peers in Brilliant Factory working with Autodesk. This is a partnership between GE and Autodesk to scan some content in our lab setting today. And I have Dan with me to tell you a little bit more.
Yeah, hi, my name is Dan Brown. I'm the technical account manager for Autodesk, and I manage the technical relationship between Autodesk and GE. And as Cham said, what we're here doing is actually scanning the facility here, the Advanced Manufacturing Lab, and with the scan data, we can then create a 3D model of the facility that we can use for planning purposes and layout purposes. The advantage of a laser scan, using the Faro laser here, is that we can, once we're done with the scan, we can actually come in and cut out a portion of the scan data. So if we want to put in new models of where the equipment is going to be, like say we're redesigning a line, the software allows us to do that. So we're using a combination of Autodesk Recap software for the scanning and Autodesk Factory Design Suite for doing the layout purposes. So yeah, we should come out with a good model when we're done with it.
Awesome. So again, appreciate it. We'll have a couple of outcomes for you and some content to share. But again, from the Brilliant Factory here at the Digital Thread Hub in Michigan, more to come. Thanks for your time. I've jumped right into Autodesk Recap, which is a software capability that is made by Autodesk, which we were educated on during the course of these sessions. And basically what we did was the Autodesk team educated us on their product offering. We performed point cloud scans of the lab environment, and there was about 50 plus scans that were done. And for your reference point, as we're looking on the screen here, each of these orbs is actually one of those scan points, and we can turn those on and off through the menu system here. I'm going to leave these on for right now. But the two teams really wanted to look at different ways of, one, changing the settings for capture, looking at different data capture processes with and without reference points. Here, the Faro Scene product offering and the Autodesk Recap 360 Pro product offering, and really see how they do their registration differently. So some good comparative efforts, again, across different verticals at GE, as well as from what our vendors and competitors are offering at this point. So I very quickly here, in the context of the time that we have today, simply want to show you what some of this point cloud data looks like. Again, I have the freedom to navigate the space, and the really interesting and exciting part about this point cloud data is the way that the information really gets indexed and registered, and for maybe just to take it down a notch, how the information is brought together. And sometimes we would refer to that as stitching together a mesh or the individual dots. So at this point, if I was to get super close to some of the content, you can start to see the individual dots that we're talking about, and this is what the laser's seeing. So dot, 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 dot. There's many different sample points that can be seen here, and so in the course of this exercise, we were looking for opportunities to say, what points do we want to scan? Where do we want to lay this stuff out? What is the end product that we're ultimately going to get? And if I continue just to kind of pan around the room here and then zoom in a little bit, you can see, we're capturing the ceiling, we're getting all of the infrastructure. And in our pursuits of point cloud data, as well as BIM, Building Information Modeling data, we now have a mechanism to bring those two dimensions of data together and look at them differently. So, with the interest of time, I am completely going to back out of this altogether, and what you are seeing now is I wouldn't call it an exterior view, but we've kind of gone outside the object area, and you're still seeing the inside coloration of the content that's in the lab. So that's pretty interesting. What we could do is actually build upon that and take an exterior scan as well, and that would give us additional texture to work with. So what I'm going to do here is actually navigate into a different part of the lab. And if I can
get in here nice and close, find a better viewing angle for us to look at. And what we've done here is basically swung all the way around. And let me get a better view of one of our fairly significant pieces of hardware in the environment, just to give you a view of what that's going to look like. Now, the part that was really exciting to me, the one part that I got educated on that I wasn't very aware of at the time, was the ability, while this is doing the point cloud capture, is that during the 6 minutes per scan point, we're actually capturing photo as well. And in that sense, and as soon as the scan data loads here, we're going to see literally what that information looks like. And this was exciting to me because when we're thinking about creating experiences for GE, marrying things like FLIR thermal information, along with BIM, along with point cloud, along with predicts, and other areas, now we have this photorealistic environment that we can work with as well, and build those layers up to creating the right experiences for what we need to drive efficiencies, productivity, value statements, and the like, to make these a reality in a modern industrial environment. So again, I was very pleased with the experience, was hopeful to capture and document as much of this as possible today. We'll do the write-up on Yammer, and if you have any questions about the point cloud data, we've got a couple of really smart folks in GRC. I'll represent GE Digital based on the work that I performed. And at this point, I want to give a kind of a special thank you to Brian Perlstein at our Brilliant Factory lab here at the Digital Thread Hub. Brian was extremely instrumental in making sure that the environment was clean and safe for us, and that we had access to the areas that were of interest and appropriate for this activity. So again, thank you very much, Brian, and contact me with questions. I hope this has been insightful. Enjoy your day. Thanks very much.